Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 20, 2022. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has sounded the warning that the security apparatus will be going full force against criminal elements seeking to cause mayhem during the holidays. According to Mr. Holness, intelligence is showing that, coming closer to Christmas, organized criminal gangs operating right across Jamaica are engaged in increasing acts of robberies, extortion, housebreaking, and other crimes.
I want to make it clear to the criminals that we are going to be going full force against them. And I want to give the law-abiding, peaceful citizens the assurance that we are going to keep you safe and secure, particularly in this Christmas season.
The Prime Minister made the declaration last Friday in Manchester while handing over a NSHP home to a mother of 5 in the Knockpatrick community. He also announced that when the current states of emergency come to an end in a few days, the government will seriously and carefully consider the application of a new SOE.
To ensure that we can save more lives. We want to see you in 2023. So we are going to do everything possible to ensure that.
Minister of Transport and Mining Audley Shaw says the new departures retail area at Sangster International Airport is yet another example of the resilience of Jamaica's aeronautical sector, especially coming out of the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the recent grand opening of the facility, Minister Shaw said the new facility would add significantly to the airport's revenue generation.
With the official opening of the departure retail area, this airport is expected to see substantial growth in non-aeronautical revenue contributed by these retail shops that have chosen to partner with one of the leading airports in the region.
He says the departures retail area, which includes a food court, is a welcomed addition to the passenger experience that further supports the rebound of air travel.
Airport business development is at a pivotal point, where persons no longer come only to get from one destination to another, but can enjoy a different shopping experience. This new addition brings the Sangster International Airport into a whole new league, and I'm excited to see the direction we're heading.
The Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, is now positioned to offer improved extension services to farmers in Hanover after receiving a new state-of-the-art parish office. The RADA office in Lucy was opened last Wednesday, replacing the old dilapidated building that was demolished in 2017. The space was constructed at a cost of $110 million and will serve more than 7,000 registered farmers in the parish. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Pernell Charles Jr., says the new office will provide the RADA staff members with a more comfortable workspace and better allow them to offer the kind of service farmers deserve.
So I want to encourage you to use these additional resources to propel yourselves. Come 2023, we want Hanover to move up in the numbers in terms of domestic production.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has announced a new national campaign to increase immunization coverage in Jamaica. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton announced the initiative called Mop Up, Catch Up during his ministry's recent end-of-year press conference. He says details will be provided shortly. Jamaica has enjoyed a robust history of successful inoculation, which has eliminated several diseases such as poliomyelitis, measles, and rubella. But Minister Tufton asserts that coverage is still not at the desired levels.
We have achieved significant in terms of immunization against these things, yellow fever and so on. And it is important that we get back there. I mean, we have 95% coverage for all recommended childhood vaccines, but there was a time when we were higher. We were probably 99%. And so even a slight fall in that is concerning. Immunization has become a point of criticism sufficient to discourage some persons from taking advantage of this very important life-saving and human development practice.
Stressing that vaccination works, he says the government has ensured that only safe vaccines enter the island.
It goes through a lot of technical examination. They work, and they have worked in Jamaica for many years. One of the reasons why our life expectancy is so high, 70%, 76 I think for women and 74 for men on average, is because our human development index is largely linked to the health response, where immunization from a toddler until adulthood has given significant protection to the population.
By law, children in Jamaica must be vaccinated against the following preventable diseases: smallpox, pertussis or whooping cough, polio, tetanus, diphtheria, measles, mumps, rubella and congenital rubella syndrome, Haemophilus influenza type B, hepatitis B, and tuberculosis. The Mop Up Catch Up campaign will encourage parents and guardians to ensure their children are immunized at the appropriate age levels. And finally, 16 young people representing primary, secondary, and tertiary schools across the island have received prizes for their submissions to the JIS's 2022 Heritage Competition. The award ceremony was held recently at the Terra Nova All-Suite Hotel in St. Andrew. The students were awarded for their outstanding essays, posters, graphics, and photographic entries highlighting the country's most significant post-independence achievement. Shadir Green of Chetwood Memorial Primary School won for the best essay. Cornwall College put forward both the top graphic submission from Genovi Gale and the grades 7 to 9 poster by DeAndre Granston. The grades 10 to 13 poster award went to John Michael Ramsey of Herbert Morrison Technical High School. University of the West Indies Mona student Rochelle Powell is this year's photography winner. They were presented with trophies, cash, vacations, gift baskets, brunch tickets, plaques, free courses, and certificates, among other prizes. Minister with Responsibility for Information Robert Morgan congratulated the finalists and commended the JIS for creating a space where young people can express themselves through their artistic talents.
A lot of the most revolutionary ideas that we need as a society to evolve and build out into a modern society that we can all be proud of can, should, and needs to come from young people. It is for this reason that I believe that JIS has a role in the society of creating an environment where we empower people to critically analyze information to come to their own conclusions.
The JIS Heritage Competition was established in 2011 as a platform for young people to voice their opinions on issues of national importance and widen their knowledge about the country's heritage. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.